raising awareness and digitization of systems to reach out to all target groups. It also encompassed a financial incentive scheme, a deferred incentive scheme, providing long-term support for women. Once the National Initiative for Green Smart Projects was launched under the auspices of His Excellency President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, and we proudly, under the supervision of Ministry of Planning and Economic Development, as a pioneering and unprecedented Egyptian initiative to stimulate creative ideas and innovative green and smart projects to deal with the challenges of climate change in all Egyptian governorates. Women's empowerment was a key pillar in evaluating the winning projects and an important element in how we wanted to shape this program. To our great surprise, 1,045 out of a total of 6,281 projects that were submitted were gender-related projects. And out of the 18 winning projects that were selected nationwide, 5 projects are women-led projects. The National Initiative for Green and Smart Projects sets an example of good practices for women's engagement in climate action, as women-led owned projects was one of the main categories included in this initiative, in a new confirmation of the active role played by women in all areas of development, especially in issues related to climate change and the development of effective solutions for this change. Consequently, among the main achievements of this initiative is taking into account the consideration of economic empowerment, equal opportunities, inclusive growth, balanced development through targeting women's participation in this initiative to enhance the role in the transition to a green economy. Tailoring the projects to women's needs, building the capacities of female-led projects, workers and beneficiaries, which makes the initiative represent a solid foundation of the efforts of the Egyptian state to localize multiple different SDGs, especially SDG 5, regarding achieving gender equality and empowering all women. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Egypt is committed to investing in women and ensuring that women are not disproportionately affected by climate change, and promoting gender equality and women's empowerment in all economic, political, and social spheres as steps on the road to achieving inclusive and sustainable development. A holistic, intersectional, and comprehensive lens must be employed in order to truly reach effective, concrete, and tangible economic achievements which benefit not only women, but society as a whole. Thank you all, and I wish you all a very fruitful discussion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your inspiring remarks. I now invite Ms. Salma Semi, the project from the Governorate of Qalyubiyya, the project owner of the role of renewable agriculture in facing biodiversity challenges and changes.
Hi, this is Salma Zalat, Executive Director for Nature and Science Foundation, an Egyptian NGO based in Qalyubiyya. Our project came in second place in the category non-profit initiatives. And the title, as said, the role of regenerative agriculture in supporting communities to adapt with effects of climate change and biodiversity loss. We aim at supporting small farmers and local communities by encouraging practices that focuses on the increase of soil health while keeping in mind the scarcity of water and land. So we promote for the use of solar energy, drip irrigation, recycling of waste, and we integrated we want to integrate the digital component through the collection and the analysis of data to measure the biodiversity in order to promote for carbon and biodiversity credit. Also, we're looking at GIS and remote sensing that will be used to calculate the distribution and the spread of invertebrates and then predict how they are affected in the future. So we, to make it sustainable, we are going to cover the three components, which is the economic through turning agricultural waste into compost and fodder, integrating the livestock, which contributes to the economy of the community, and having healthy products that actually affect the health of the community. On the social level, we work with women, children, and youth on different approaches. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Salma, and congratulations once again. We are all very proud of the National Strategy for the Empowerment of Egyptian Women 2030. Also today witnesses the launch of the African Women's Climate Adaptive Priorities. And now we are honored to hear from Dr. Maya Morsi, her reflections on the correlations between the National Initiative on Green Smart Projects and these two important documents. Your Excellency.
It's a real pleasure to be with you today, and congratulations for the winners. And I'm so delighted to be on the podium with my great friend and sister, Dr. Hala Saeed. Thank you for inclusion of the National Council for Women in the initiative. And as well, not only I know that they have succeeded, 3 governorates had succeeded in the competition, but there are other women who are waiting to apply for next year, and we have a lot of requests. So congratulations for you and for your team for a dedicated initiative that is really honoring Egypt in the Gender Day with the announcement of the 3 and in the whole COP27. Dr. Hala has mentioned mostly what Egypt has given or prepared for the past years in relation to climate change. I would add here that Egypt also has intensified its efforts in the field of women empowerment to mitigate the effects of climate change, and including raising awareness. We have worked a lot on raising awareness, training women on environmentally friendly farming methods and industries, and taking into account women's empowerment opportunities during a just environmental transition. A bottom-up approach is significant, and we're working and enhancing this every single day with our branches in the villages to understand women in the communities, their environmental concerns, realities, and experiences. Mona had just mentioned that we have launched the African Women Climate Adaptive Priorities just an hour almost ago. And this is a resilient water, energy, food just transition for women, an initiative, a presidential initiative for the COP. And it is going to focus on 4 major areas. The first is the creation of the nexus, including presence of the National Council for Women in Africa and 20 environmental ministers, and promoting of knowledge production, enhancing the provision of climate information technologies, data collection, strengthening commitment for investing in women, support of education, STEM, especially to the labor market, and capitalizing on existing public-private partnerships, and promote gender-sensitive social protection policies and measures to accompany just transition pathways. And I think that the initiative here, the competition that happened in all the governorates of Egypt, I think it's easily fit the African Women Adaptive Priorities initiative, and we will be delighted to have it as an inclusive, competitive process, encouragement process, awareness raising process, and I took the approval already from Dr. Hala before standing here, so congratulations. We're going to include the Egyptian initiative directly in the African women, and we are going to announce it as soon as we can. We are going to go to COP28, and we have to have a session in every COP from now on the initiative, and every single COP, inshallah, we would have some women presenting on the Gender Day and in other COPs Day. Congratulations, Dr. Hala, and thank you very much in front of the whole world for the great support of Egyptian women and the great support of the National Council for Women in Egypt. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Maya, for bringing such great news today. I now invite Ms. Wahed Samir, the project owner of Bebriz Scrap Project. She's from Cairo.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wihad, professor at the Applied Art of Fashion and Jewelry. My project is called Khurda Babriz, winner of the second place on the Republic in the category of Women Project. The project starts since 2008 until now, and it's based on the use of any type of scarf and non-consumable materials, and I employ them and make a jewelry, clothing, and decoration. Product from them. 22,850 women have been trained of the level of the national level to make designs and products such as clothing and jewelry. They have a function and are reused in a new way and recycling in line with the global fashion trend and the work of economic empowerment for the women and the integration of people. Determination of products that have a function in line with the environment and the treatment of raw materials. And there is zero waste. All the raw materials used are processed to become safe for the body and take advantage of the remains of scrap and recycling. The project contributes to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals and Egypt Vision 2030. Related to the empowerment of women and gender equality, the fifth goal, and taking urgent measures to address climate change and its effect, the 13th goal. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wahed, and congratulations again. Now we would like to hear from Dr. Susan Mikhail about her reflections on the opportunities as well as challenges within the Arab regional context pertaining to enhancing women's role in combating climate change. You have the floor.
Thank you so much. Excellency Minister Halal Saeed, Excellency President of National Council of Women and dear friend at this point, Dr. Maya Morsi, and distinguished guests. I have to say before I start that I'm deeply, deeply impressed by all of the project owners today. I also would like to start by commending the government of Egypt and the President of the National Council of Women and Your Excellency, the Minister, for initiating and launching this powerful program to address climate change. But not only addressing climate change, but with women at the very core of the program. Core contributors to solutions, as we heard from colleagues here at the stage. As we know, friends and colleagues, both globally, regionally, nationally, and locally, women are increasingly at the forefront of finding concrete solutions to issues pertaining to climate change. From small-scale farmers pushing the agenda on working on solar energy or with solar energy or water-efficient agriculture, to urban areas where women graduating from STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics are at the forefront of innovative solutions. And as many of you know, this is a dear area of mine because I'm proud to say that in this very region, the Arab States region, the proportion of STEM graduates is higher than any other region worldwide. But it's not only about ensuring that women are core in finding the practical solutions, right? It's also about being an integral part of policy development. I know from, I think, a recent study just less than 24 hours ago that in this very COP, the latest study is that in terms of policy delegations or delegations overall, the proportions is still, some of you have read the figures, 63 versus 37% women, men. Does that make sense in 2022? I just alluded to the technical know-how, the capacities, the expertise of women in areas such as water irrigation or STEM in general, but also we know that in terms of political affiliations, voting trends, or women in executive boards push companies towards a greener policy. So naturally, it doesn't make sense. But this today is a perfect example of women, such as Dr. Morsi, being an integral part from policy to practice. Dr. Morsi, I'm sure you remember less than 8 months ago, we were together at the CSW, Convention of the Status of Women Declaration, and I heard you speak eloquently, strongly, and powerfully on this very initiative. And less than 9 months later, here we are launching it together. And UN Women, of course, stands by your side to ensure that the projects not only are supported but scaled. In conclusion, my dear friends and colleagues, I'm not only congratulating you for the initiative itself, but for the speed from dream, from embryo to realization and implementation. Because as we all know, in the area of climate change, speed is of essence. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Dr. Susan. And now I invite Ms. Samar Saeed from the Governorate of Fayoum to present her project titled the Golden Hands Initiative.
My name is Samar Saeed Maawad, a member in the Technical Office of Fayoum Governor. I'll present our project Golden Hand Initiative, which won third place in Women Project category of the National Initiative for Smart Green Project. The main objective of Golden Hand Initiative is empowering women who work in recycling of the dates palm waste to help them get a suitable and rewarding income, which improve their life and also the life quality of their children. So we plan to develop their entrepreneurship and technical skills to produce a creative, high quality and eco-friendly household product with a competitive advantage. Second, we provide them with a mobile application that including a database of suppliers and marketing platform like Ayadimos. Third, inform them the funding channels to start up their own business. In the first stage, we will target 500 women of A'lam village. After that, we will select 100 of them based on some criteria. For example, education level, leadership skills, to teach them how to use the mobile application. Last and not least, that initiative is considered a support plan for eco-friendly traditional industry in Fayoum Governorate, which contribute to achieve sustainable development goals by empowering women, safely recycling palm waste, produce eco-friendly house products. And thank you.
Best of luck, Samar, in implementing your project. As we know, it takes two to climate action, the state plus non-state actors. I'm now pleased to introduce Ms. Nagla Inawi, Vice President of Vodafone, to hear her reflections on how to enhance the role of private sector in empowering women to be part of designing climate solutions. You have the floor.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure for me to be with you all here today, and I would like to reflect on gender equality and the relation to the National Initiative for Smart and Green Projects. First of all, I want to share with you that at Vodafone, gender equality is at the heart of what we do, and we have as a goal globally for Vodafone and for Vodafone Egypt as well, to have 50% of our employees as women by 2030. Why? Because women are very different in their talents and skills and capabilities, the way they think, the way they make decisions. They complement men, and the workplace cannot succeed without having the right proportion. So since women are almost half of the society, we would like also women to be half of our company. And we feel that if we don't do this, then we will miss a lot on the business side as well as on the community and environment and engagement side inside the company. Women are very, very important in achieving sustainable development. It only makes sense if they are very important to achieve great business results, then the same goes to sustainable development. Also, in striving for a carbon-free environment, their role will not be less than women. In Vodafone, we believe that awareness is very, very important at this point for women. We make special awareness campaign for women because women have a great role and a great impact on the whole society as they raise up the children and create the next generations. So giving you a very simple example, we have every year one day, we call it Generation V, Generation Vodafone, on which we invite all kids of employees to come on campus. And this last Bring Your Kids to Vodafone, we planned the whole day around the climate challenge and safeguarding the environment, etc. We got them small trees, and we asked them and we asked their mothers and parents to go home and make sure that the children plant the trees until they see them grow. And at the same time talk about the role of planting trees in helping have a carbon-free environment. We also taught them that the aeroplanes that we ride and the cars, etc., actually are the reason for having carbon in the environment, and maybe planting some trees, as a return will offset this like bad impact and negative impact. Many of the public and private sectors support women-led businesses. We, as part of the private sector, we believe that we are a key driver not only for economic growth, but also in achieving sustainable development. That's why we contribute in each and every initiative that we believe will help this. And speaking of the Smart Green Projects National Initiative, we had the pleasure of contributing only a small part of helping the women-related category, only as a small effort from us in, trying to have a better impact on the overall society. And we have several initiatives like this. For example, last year we launched Critic platform, which helped women who had creative ideas that could be, turned into projects using digital skills. We help them bring their dreams to reality through sponsorship and different digital solutions from Vodafone. Finally, I would like to make use of being part of this honorable panel. A few points that Vodafone will work on in the coming future, and we will work on those points with our partners, different private sector companies and alliances. Number one, development of women's digital skills is very, very important. Building women capacity and community level climate awareness in general. Supporting the financial inclusion through providing financial solutions that support small-led initiatives and supports the mobility of women, which will have a direct effect on climate. Creating green jobs in the workplace. Providing inclusive employment opportunities, and advancement of efficient use of resources and contribution to building free carbon societies. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I invite now His Excellency Ambassador Hisham Badr to give his final remarks. And afterwards, we'll have a photo with the panel and the project's owners. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, since we're running out of time, I just wanted to thank the distinguished panelists and say one or two important messages. The fact that we made a special category for women in this initiative is not only for the empowerment of women and recognition of that important role, but this initiative is about solutions. And we believe that women, given the challenges that they face in the different towns and villages and provinces, can actually provide a very intelligent solution to the challenges they face. Therefore, it's not a matter simply of empowering of women, but no, that we believe the solutions that will be